Got all the hay and straw done for 2024. No more room to put straw or hay. We're just gonna take the rest of the wagons over and put them over at home. 3417 tedder is all hooked up, ready to go for Monday. So what we're gonna be doing this afternoon is, well, relatively simple. I just have to find what set of teeth need these rubbers put on. Okay. Them need adjusted, but they're not gonna get adjusted. I think they might be on the front side here. That one's sliding off. We'll see if we can't adjust that. Right there, this little guy here. So it's this set here. We'll just keep on moving our way down the line. Ouch. Can't get underneath that like that. I need a bucket. Ouch. Smack my head. I can't work without some kind of a way to hold my materials for the needed project I'm going to be working on. I'm going to show you guys how to assemble one of these. So here's your rubber that you're going to be putting on this tooth like as such. And what this rubber does is it keeps the teeth from bending and getting all out of adjustment and such. Okay, so I guess let's see here. Now they go the other way. They go this way, counterclockwise, and they're actually relatively simple to do. And I brought a hammer just in case, but I'm not going to be needing it. Then you take these little guys here. You take your bolts. Take these little guys here, and you get one of these silver, I think they're spacers. Then you just take them, you put it on like that there. Take this other one, you put it on the back side here. And what these guys do, these little gold-plated things, is they are what sandwiches the rake tooth to this rubber piece here, so that way stuff does not get all discombobulated and everything. These things are actually so darn simple that I know for a fact that the current president of the United States, Joe Biden, would be able to do this job. Oh. There it is. But he wouldn't want to do it because, well, he would get confused and he would think that, you know, he's too good to do it. That's kind of, you know, that's okay. This job ain't for everyone. But what I was getting at was it's a simple fact that a guy like Joe Biden could do it. The darn guy would probably get confused though, and pick his tools up and start walking, and he would get confused at what he was doing. And that's how they're supposed to go. Right like that. I think there's some more around here that need a fixing. But that is how that goes together, just like that. So there's at least 2 more here that, or 3 more, but I need 1 more so far. I know one thing I should have done, but I failed to do, was put a piece of a gray duct tape on this so I knew where in tarnations I had ceased spinning this thing. And I thought there was one over on this basket. Nope. They all look good. That one's loose, but we won't worry about it. So I'm going to call this side good. And then we will jump over there and see about them too. I just, you know, it's comical just watching, you know, the news and everything, and how they're, you know, it's basically just a crap show is what the news is, because they just want to lie and just instill fear in the hearts and the lives of people. And I'm going to call this side good as well. Oh yeah, no broken ones. Oh, before anybody asks what size it is to take that off, them little bolts to tighten them, 10mm wrench and a 10mm socket. Come back, hey, I hit your hydraulic remote. There be. Got that all put away. If you guys are wondering what that noise is on the tractor, it is a pump that siphons the DEF out of the line on the engine, and then it sends it back to the tank. That's what that kind of, almost like a control module or a when you leave a key on and you accessory on or something, it's sending the DEF from the engine back to the tank. That's all the more that's doing. Okay, 30-foot grain head is still in here. Not even close to time to cutting soybeans yet, but we just needed the space out of the building over at home to put wagons away. So I don't even know if the dump truck is full. Maybe it's even I'm gonna say a little bit under half full. It started raining yesterday anyhow, so I'll probably take the truck back out where it needs to go and top it off with grain the rest of the way. We're all done at home here at the farm cutting our wheat. We're just helping the neighbors cut their wheat. Since we didn't really use the elevator this year, it's still gonna get blowed off with an air blow nozzle, the air compressor, and the chain is gonna get oiled. The extension cord's gonna get put away so we can use it for other things. This chain is gonna get oiled because, well, that's what you do before you put stuff away, is you oil it. We're done with square bales, so we won't need the hay elevator until next year. Lord willing, we're still here in 2025. Always helps to find ways to hang your extension cords, keep them nice and rolled up. That is exactly how I grabbed it from around the handle that cranked the elevator up. So before anybody cries and gets mad and says, "Oh, you pounded that," you know, yeah. In order to get an extension cord to stay put, you got to pound the nail on a little bit of an angle. That's how it is. It's how to keep things organized too. I like keeping things organized so you know where they are when you need them. Blowing things off like the elevator is a great way to prevent mice. Oh, you can't go backwards. Oh, yeah, you can. It's a great way to prevent mice from getting in stuff. Come on here. Well, this is going to take a while doing it this way, but it's the only option I got. Got it all wrapped around, or unwrapped on the head pulley. Well, good grief, I didn't think I weighed that much to start walking up this thing about halfway to clean the track off where the chain runs, clean all the straw off. That tail pulley or head pulley went smack to ground. That come up in the air about as high as that is on the ground. Yeah. Was thinking about getting a weight sticking out there like a skid loader bucket and hanging over it in case it went, you know, it smacked the skid loader bucket before that would hit the ground. But you know what? A ladder does just the same. Where I was I had this chain moved over like that, and I was just ever so gingerly just skimming or picking all the loose straw off of this, because it's what has to happen before you put this thing away. Don't look too bad up there the rest of the way, so we'll just let that alone up there. Oh, I do see a little bit of schnutz right there. Got the elevator all oiled. Man, that thing isn't quiet. Can almost run the thing with a hand crank. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Pete's gonna go take the dump truck to Deerfield. The brake drums are a little rusty. That's gonna sit there until, well, until I go home. I'm gonna take that elevator home with me when I go, so that way I don't have to go home empty. I can take something with me. It's cool enough out to where I don't need the air conditioner. I can just let the windows down. So what had happened was when this thing smacked the ground, it actually came up out of this track here where it's supposed to set in. What these holes here are for, like right here, are for a pin. You're supposed to take and run through it, and that way it's supposed to lock it for transport so it don't flop all over the place. I got a pin in this side of here, like such, but I don't have a pin on the other side. One will be better than none for transporting it over to home. There's proof that we used a 4020 to push Wagons in today. The red paint on the weight. The front end did not get dented in. That was here previously. But having that fifth weight helps keep the front end away from hitting the wagon when pushing it in the barn. Because why unhook the 3010 when it's needed on the wagon to fill the drill? It wouldn't make any sense to unhook it just to push Wagons in the barn, to hook it right back up to the wagon when we got a tractor available that's capable of pushing Wagons in the barn now. That's the whole reason for adding the fifth weight. Got the elevator over here because we're done with it. But we didn't oil the thing just to oil it and then put it back to work. We oiled it to put it away. We're gonna put it back down to here, this little drive, so that way it's out of our way. We need to get to that flat wagon so that we can load it with straw. Oh dear, and I'm off. Oh dear, I'm spinning. Oh dear. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Gosh darn. So I never liked this, cared for this little bit of a drive here. But it is what it is. You just have to make sure that when you're getting out of this drive, you either get in one of the 2 yards, so that way you don't wheel hop just like this thing was doing a minute ago. I must say that's good right there. Now, before anybody goes and says that, oh, you should have put in a four-wheel drive, you should have locked the rear end in. I wasn't going that fast. The wheels were spinning. But I was crawling my way up on the flat ground. That is why I've learned that you gotta keep moving and don't stop. Just on that little grade. This here is okay. It's just that back there, that little drive.